Oh, she used marijuana. She admits it, but she says she didn't like it. We're talking, of course, about Sarah Palin, who John McCain has chosen as his running mate in a cynical effort to attract women voters. She is she's a governor of Alaska right now. Her husband's a fisherman and works in an oil field also, and is a champion snowmobiler, ladies and gentlemen. Whatever. She has 5 children. Her oldest is in the Army. He'll be deployed to Iraq next month. And she has 3 daughters, and just in April, she had her 5th child. It's a little boy who, so he's now all of like 4 months old, 4 or 5 months old, and he has Down syndrome. She hunts, eats moose hamburgers, ice fishes, rides her snowmobile, and is a lifetime member of the NRA. And there you have it. You'll get to know. She's a good-looking woman. She was Miss Wasilla and Miss Congeniality in the Alaskan Beauty, Miss Alaska, in 4. So there you have it. You name me a vice presidential pick who was ever Miss Congeniality. That's now a trivia question that you can answer. Hey, guys. This is the last hour of the Lynn Cullen Show, as it has been constituted in the last 10 years. And if you will allow me, I think I should say a few things before it gets out of hand again. 11:30, it's coming in, isn't she? Yeah, we're just going to do it. I'm giving my last half hour to the animals. Actually, I was thinking we could do sort of a joint, get a home and get Lynn a job. We could do sort of like a telethon. Get me a job and get whatever helpless animal comes in here a home. And we'll do that in the last half hour, which only gives us, probably with the commercials out and stuff, maybe about 15 minutes here together. But I've said a lot over the last 4 days and about how I'm feeling about this and how much I appreciate the opportunity to be able to say goodbye. And I don't know, I don't have anything prepared, and I'll probably forget things that I should, but I just have been so blessed with, in Pittsburgh, with my having the opportunity to do something I enjoy so much, and to receive so much in return for it. Not monetary, I can assure you, but in terms of just the goodwill, the good feeling. You guys have been so supportive of me and my family. I've shared my family with you, and you've taken them to your heart. And I don't know. I'll, at the risk of sounding, like a broken record, you have been a family to me, and I think we are a family, and I think we know that. Whether or not the folks who run radio stations know that and or appreciate it, we've seen. But I certainly hope so. I have always maintained, and I will say it again, you are the smartest talk audience, bar none, in this town. One of the reasons the show has been as good as it is that the level of conversation is head and shoulders above that of some of the other shows. And I've learned so much from you. And the give and take from me to you and you to me has just, it's been palpable. It's very hard not to have you to talk to. When I read the paper, or when something happens to me, one of the first things that pops into my head is, oh, I have to share this with you. I can't wait to tell you something. Maybe it's something I've read that I'm afraid you won't ever hear from anybody else or see, and I've gotta share it, or whatever. And then invariably, what comes back from you enriches me. So what a wonderful symbiosis we have had. And my advertisers, as you know, are a wonderful group, because I don't advertise for anybody who isn't wonderful. And they have stuck by me, and I know will, and I am so grateful to them for helping keep me on the air as long as I have been. And I want to say that Matt Pritt is just the most fantastic partner a talk show host could have. I wasn't sure about him when I inherited him, if you want to know the truth. Because I'd heard him on with Jerry Boyer. And so I thought he was like this right-winger or something. I don't know. But I wasn't sure about him. And boy, how wrong was I. And how smart is he. And we don't always agree on things politically, and it doesn't matter. We often do. We don't always. We come from very different, I think, perspectives. He's the hardest working human being I've ever known, and I mean that. He works 2 jobs. He has a second job, and he's often doing this job on 3 hours sleep. I mean, often more energy. Of course, he's totally caffeinated at all times, and he has become, just when he's not here, I feel like I can't do the show. I didn't used to feel that way about it. And in fact, he never takes vacations. I mean, he almost never does leave me. He's never sick. If he's sick, he's here. When he's supposed to be taking vacations, he's here. There's not an employer in the world that shouldn't kill to get a guy like this. So, as far as I know, going to stay on here for a little while, but the job that he'll have is not the job he has right now, and it won't be as stimulating or as interesting, and so I don't know that Matt will stay here very long. You're too good to push buttons.
Well, thank you for the kind words. Obviously, it's been an absolute honor to work with you. The callers are fantastic. I don't know how we do this without them. Plain and simple.
Couldn't. And we've really made friends. It's wonderful. It's just been a heck of a run, and it's such a shame that it has to come to an end. But maybe we'll reconstitute. Losing Matt, even if I get another gig, the odds of Matt coming with me are next to none, I suppose.
Well,
and that's
people have actually asked me that, and I was like, listen, that's well out of the control of either one of us.
Right,
I mean,
right.
The first thing is to get you back on the air someplace.
Yeah. It's too bad. It's just too bad. Matt, I just wish you all the best.
And you, obviously.
Yeah, well, and you can have my pirate tickets for the next few games. I don't know what else to. I don't know what else to say and all that kind of stuff. But if it's been listening to your routine has been upset, and it'll take some getting used to. And just know that when you're stumbling around next week trying to figure out what to do from 9 to noon, I'll be doing the same dang thing. I will. And I'll be reading my newspapers and thinking, oh, I got to tell it. And then I'll realize that I can't. And that'll drive me nuts. It will drive me nuts.
It's actually amazing how differently I read the paper now than I did before.
Right.
I actually look at it through the window of, is this going to be interesting to everyone, as opposed to just, I got to go cover to cover, or I'm going to go read a sports column or something like that.
That's right. Hey, Matt, tell people gigs and stuff. Or you don't want to, or you do. I mean, and tell tell
no, that's
people.
no problem. I'm trying to get these last few shows on podcast myself, since obviously the podcast server went down with the slowly closing of the shop.
They're pulling the plugs on us.
So right now I've got the first 3 shows. Yeah, I think it's the first 3 shows of this week on my blog, and that's mattpritt.multiply.com. Matt
Pritt, and that's 2 T's in both instances.
Right.
Matt Pritt, P-R-I-T-T. What is it?
Multiply.
Multiply.
Yeah, that's the actual service. Multiply.
Okay. .com.
Yes. And the first 3 shows should, and hopefully I'll be able to get the 4th up sometime this weekend. We had a little power outage thingy here that you saw a little while ago.
Yeah, the lights flickered, things went down.
I'm hoping my backup caught it at home and that it didn't affect the web stream, so I'll still have audio. An abbreviated final show.
Oh, for God's sake. Oh, well. Okay. Tell you what, guys, I do have to get a break in. We'll come back. We'll get as many of you in as we can before Sarah and whatever pathetic animal she's bringing in for the last show. Sarah, if you're listening, is here. I'm Lynn Cullen. Having trouble saying goodbye, but it's going to happen. Not for long. 1360.
Does your
Well, I'm looking at these pictures of where McCain will make the announcement that his running mate is going to be Governor Sarah Palin of Alaska, and where it's so funny. They found some black people that they put right behind. I see this. There's one black man and a little black girl, and they've been given prominent seats right behind where McCain will be speaking. So, okay, Yitzchak. Okay, this is your swan song too.
Hi, Lynn. How are you?
I'm fine. Let me beat you to it. Good Shabbos.
Oh, thank you. That's just about all that I wanted. More than the Shabbos, more than the Jews have kept the Shabbos, Shabbos has kept the Jews.
Okay, all right.
Also, this is late, but it's not too late. I'd like to extend my condolences that your father died a while ago. I'm sorry I didn't tell you that sooner.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
So, what shows you're gonna? I don't know. You can't harangue my audience anymore, Yitzchak. I don't know where you're gonna go.
I know. Radio is a very powerful medium. I discovered that as a teenager when I started listening to it in the San Francisco Bay Area.
Uh-huh.
You have a chance with a cell phone or a house phone at that time to call up and make an impression upon literally tens of thousands of people.
Well,
I mean, good or bad, that's a chance.
Yeah, and you've made quite an impression.
Well, mostly bad, but
no, I don't know. Well, listen, this is what talk radio is, and you made use of it, and I think it's great. People certainly know who you are and know and your point of view, was heard. You've been part of that family that I'm so grateful to feel like I have here. So thank you. Okay.
And I'm sorry you're losing a job. I wish you success in finding another one.
Thank you. I need all the wishes I can get.
Thank you. We disagree on about 90% of what you proposed.
Right.
But doesn't mean we can't speak politely to each other, at least most of the time.
Exactly right. Hey, thank you so much.
All right.
My best. Bye-bye.
Good job. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That's Yitzchak, our Orthodox Jew, who, is here to annoy us and actually God bless him, because he, when I'd see him on the line, I knew that I wasn't going to have to troll around for calls for a lot longer. People would respond immediately to a Yitzchak call. So he made my job actually easier. I just want you to know that from the point of view of the person running the show. Denise in Beachview, hi.
Hi, Lynn.
Hi.
I'm sorry you're going off, and I'm a kind of a 2-year recent listener, and I heard that we were away, and then now you're going off. But anyway, you make me laugh, and I love when you call everybody idiots in the government, and
Well,
and you make me laugh. You're just making me laugh just now, but I didn't want to laugh if I came on.
no, you can laugh. That's the best thing.
I go around saying, God help us all every day now. And
yeah.
I just, anyway, I know you don't have much time left, so I just want to tell you good luck and have fun and relax. And I never listened to talk radio because I hated it. And I like listening to you. But,
well, thank you. You make sure
you'll be on somewhere. I'll
okay.
find my friends have the internet. I'll find out.
Okay.
And you take care.
Thank
and
you,
have
Denise.
a great day.
Bye-bye. Appreciate it. Here's Chris in Beaver Falls. Hi, Chris.
Hi, Lynn.
Hi.
I just wanted to say goodbye. Well, I can't say goodbye. I have to say happy trails and good luck to you. I know you'll find another station.
I hope so.
You will. I'm fully convinced.
Okay.
I've learned a lot over the last few years that I've listened, and it's really taught me to be well informed and, you know, to check things out instead of just taking people's word for it. And this couldn't come at a worse time because I live with a Republican and I'm married to one, and this is going to be a very interesting 3 months. I can just tell you that already.
Yeah, well, I agree with that. You married a Republican, Chris. How liberal?
God help me.
See how liberal of you.
Really?
Right, really. Well, keep the faith and let us know where you are so that we can let you know where we are.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I sent you a little email, and
good. Thank you.
Now my morning routine is disrupted, so I'm gonna have to actually maybe clean the house or something.
Well, you know what? When you're doing it, think of me because that's what I'll be doing too.
And also, I know this is a little early because I know that Sarah McCain isn't going to be on until 11:30, but Deputy Mill bust 1,000 dogs.
Yes.
And 66 of the dachshunds are in Fayette County right now.
Yes.
So if anybody
wants a dachshund.
Yes, I have one. He's a little old. We've been thinking about getting another puppy, but we're going to have to wait and see on that. But
okay. No, I did read about that. How horrific. How just horrific.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Words cannot describe what they found. I mean, I keep in contact with DRNA, which is Dachshund Rescue of North America, and I was able to read about the bust. And not to mention that the owner's husband came out at them with a chainsaw, so it was pretty bad.
Fine people. Thank you, dear.
You bet.
All right.
Good luck to you.
Good luck to you, too.
Thank you.
Bye. Good luck to us all. That's all I can say. Mike in Ohio.
Lynn, this is a total shock to me. I'm calling from Ohio, and I'm not always able to get your signal down, the station signal. But when I did, I listened to you religiously, and I saw 2 letters in the editor section of the entertainment insert in yesterday's Post-Gazette. I'm really, really sorry to hear you're going. May I ask the circumstances surrounding this thing? Is it...
Well, no, the circumstances are that this has decided to go to a new format, and I don't figure into it. They're going to have an all-business format, and...
wow.
That's it.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. How are we going to be able to find out where you land?
Well, I'm asking everybody to send your email to cullenshow@yahoo.
Great.
Okay,
Great.
and then
if
I can land anywhere, you'll be the first to know.
Well,
okay.
now I'm going to have to erase 1360 from all my preset buttons. So good luck, and we love you.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye. I appreciate it. What is this, my funeral? The flowers keep coming in here. Jeez. And by the way, Andrew in your car on the road, Andrew on the road who delivered a living, I'm sorry I missed you yesterday. He delivered a beautiful, beautiful arrangement to my house. And it's just lovely. And thank you so much. And I'm so sorry I missed you. Charles in Braddock, how you doing?
Hi, Lynn.
Hi.
I'm just, oh, man. I just found out today because I got Direct TV, and I used to watch you for an hour on the PCNC channel, and we don't get that channel. So I kept saying, that I'm going to, let me check the AM station, you know, and then find out that this is your last day. I was just like, really, I'm really disappointed. You know, because like you're a breath of fresh air, you know. But what I wanted to get into was about the election, and I can't believe, you know, I'm sad that white Democrats will not vote for Barack Obama because of the color of his skin. I asked those white voters to think about African Americans who had to hold their nose to vote for somebody that they didn't like. Like, I didn't like John Kerry, but I knew that this country could not afford another 4 years of Bush, but he ended up getting back in the White House. And so I tell them to take that into consideration. Also take into consideration that the way McCain plans to, you know, run this country, it's like he's probably going, we're going to have more wars, and they're going to have to bring back the draft. So the mothers, better start thinking about their kids, because their kids may be sent out to war if this guy brings back the draft.
Yeah, I got the impression to go to war in Georgia now. I mean, it's unbelievable. He can't get enough wars.
Yeah, it's like, you know, I mean, it's and another thing is, and I hope Obama or somebody picked this up, if a guy doesn't know how many houses he has, and he has to say, I got to check with my staff. How are you going to govern 300 million people in this country? Well, you tell me that. And you tell these white folks in Pennsylvania to get over it. This black guy won fair and square. He did not cheat. He played by the rules, and now all of a sudden, you know, they're mad about it. Get over it.
I know. Well, you know what? I'll tell you, Charles, they're nuts. This is it's like a mental illness, this kind of irrational fear of somebody simply because their skin color is different. This is insanity.
Yes,
and it is. And I don't know, the problem with insanity is somebody's a paranoid. You can't say to them, get over it, because they can't. I don't know what, I look at this too with the same astonishment that you do, and there's more of it than maybe a lot of us realized. Charles, we got to work hard, all of us, to make sure that John McCain, God forbid, does not gain the White House. Gain the White House. Thank you so much, and I'm sorry to be letting you down. Send me an email if you're on the internet so that I can let you know where I end up.
I definitely will.
Cullen Show at Yahoo. Okay?
Yes.
Thank you, dear. Mm-hmm. Bye. Bye. What do you want me to do here, Matt? No. I guess we have to do the animals. They here? Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Thank you for calling. I'm going to assume you had all wonderful things to say about me. But we've got to go to the dogs. I'm Lynn Cullen. It's AM News Talk, 1360. All right. Hey, welcome back. Sarah McCain is here, and hi, sweet face. Well, aren't you? Oh, what a great dog. Who is this?
Well, in keeping with our tradition at Animal Friends of bringing the hard luck cases on
this is a hard luck
to see you.
You
know what? I don't think he likes the space. I think because he was a little upset in the elevator.
Were you?
Yeah, so I'm not sure. Hey, Hobbs. His foster mom is actually downstairs. She actually is probably in her car listening right now.
Oh,
okay. Anyway, we figured since it was our last shot in this incarnation of the Lynn Cullen Show, we would bring one of the hardest of hard luck cases that we've had in quite some time. Yeah, he's very well known in Pittsburgh.
Why?
For all the wrong reasons. He actually was rescued by our humane officer, Katie Waters, and it was on all of the TV stations. It happened on July 5th. The Pittsburgh Police Zone 5, or Zone 3 officers responded to a call in Arlington for a dog who was cut. And his owner had left him for a few days with his roommate, who apparently had some, mental
problems,
issues.
And what did he do to this?
Well, from what I understand, Hobbs went to the bathroom in the house. I guess that's what prompted this. And he actually hit him with a board with nails in it. And it pretty much opened up his entire abdomen and rib cage. And it was at least 12 inches in length. Let me just show you.
Oh, I don't know if I can bear it.
Well, I don't have pictures, but I'm going to show you. This is the medical. Look how thick that is.
Wow.
The medical
report on him.
From PVSEC, the emergency clinic out on Camp Horn Road. So he intentionally beat him with a board with nails in it. And the police officers, the City of Pittsburgh police officer, Katie Waters, and she transported him to PVSEC on Camp Horn Road, and, they did emergency surgery. His opened up. The roommate was arrested. He does face a maximum of 1 to 2 years in prison for first-degree misdemeanor cruelty to animals. He did tell officers that he had been institutionalized since he was 11 years old, and that he has a history of severe anger and assault. So that's what happened to Hobbs. And he has been, we're going to have a happy ending to this. He's been living in a foster home. His foster mom is actually probably listening to the show in the car.
He's sidled up to me here, and he's
okay
letting
now.
me pet him, and he's such a good-looking dog.
He is. Well, we should describe him for the listeners.
He's fantastic looking.
He is a black lab. They're calling him a lab bloodhound mix. I don't know. He
just looks like a black lab.
Looks like a black lab to me. He's about 2 years old. He has white feet, white chest, white neck, a little bit of white on his muzzle.
He's cute as can be.
Mary, who is his foster mom, she's one of our most experienced volunteers, and she takes in some of these long-term fosters, whether they're behavioral or medical, but she takes them and keeps them at her home with her own dog, and it gives them an opportunity to see how they do in a home. So she has reported that he is very housebroken. She does keep him in a crate during the day while she's at work. So he's comfortable with being in a crate. He sleeps in her bedroom at night. He's on his best behavior in a home. He's a very, very sweet dog. The one restriction that we have on him is that he can't go to a home with any small animals. He does have a very strong prey drive.
You want to hunt, do you? Do you want to
no
hunt?
cats, no bunnies.
I got to tell you, this is a sweet... he's so sweet. He doesn't even know me, and he's just sidled up to me and lets me pet him. This is a sweet, good-looking dog. Mm-hmm. You know what amazes me? Here a human being did that to him, and
he's trusting,
and loving.
Take physical when we got him, because this happened on July 5th, and we didn't get him until July 18th.
How old, by the way? I'm sorry.
He's they're estimating on the medical, like he's about 5 years old. I had said 2, but it looks like it's 5 years old.
Okay.
When he came in at that time, he weighed 88 pounds, so he's a pretty big guy. And his he's ready for adoption now. Now, I think he's probably going to go from his foster home. So if people are interested, what they should do is call Animal Friends, and we will make arrangements to bring him in to have the foster home.
But he's perfectly healthy now. There's
he's perfectly
no health
healthy.
issues. He's trained.
They did his dentistry a couple weeks ago.
He's in wonderful condition.
They scaled and polished his teeth.
Yeah, you got nice white teeth.
They removed his staples at that time. He had staples in from the emergency surgery that they had done. So they removed his staples. So since August 8th, August 11th, they cleared him for adoption. So he is available, and we would love to, like I said, we would love to place him in a home from his foster home.
I would take this guy in a minute.
He's a great dog.
This is just a dog, and in In honor of the fact that it is Lynn Cullen Day in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania today, would you, somebody, bring Hobbs into your life?
And I'll tell you what, since we won't be able to report it on next Friday's show, we'll put it up on our website.
Put it on the website.
We'll put it up on our website to let people know that he's been adopted. Let me just tell you that the adoption counselors are willing and able to set up meetings for his foster home to bring him in, and just give us a call, 412-847-7000. Make sure that you mention it in Hobbs, and we will give you a call back. You might not get anybody live, but we will definitely give you a call back.
It's a big, wonderful hunk of dog.
Yeah.
Is his picture on your website?
I don't know. You know, I didn't check it before I left. Okay. I would imagine that they had to have gotten his picture up, though.
Okay. But he's a beauty. He's a good-looking black lab with white, and what makes it even better is the white stuff on it.
Hey, I want to ask if the people who adopted Tootie are listening to the show today. I would love it if they would call in, since we won't be here in November on the anniversary of Tootie's adoption. Tootie was the little white spaniel-y dog that I brought. I believe it'll be 3 years this Thanksgiving. And she had what we told your listeners was terminal cancer, and that we were looking for hospice care for Tootie.
Oh, that's right.
Because she had less than 6 months to live. And blessedly, she was adopted by, I believe, a hospice nurse.
Hospice nurse, who I did introduce herself to me at some event. Right, a lovely woman.
Right, and they take calling in every year around the anniversary of Tootie's adoption to let us know that Tootie is alive and well. So I would absolutely love it if they are listening to the show today, if they could call in, since we won't be here in November to get that call.
You told them that dog had 6 months, and it's now going on 3 years.
It'll be 3. Assuming that Tootie is still with us. And
what the heck kind of a screwed up diagnosis was that then?
I don't know. I mean,
that's how you worm that dog into their lives. And it's dying, and the dog is dead. I was always amazed that you would bring these half-dead dogs on here, and they'd get home.
Yeah.
But here's a dog that's nowhere near half dead.
He's got a lot of life left in him, so he would be. I also was listening yesterday, and Bubba's adopter called in. Bubba was the kitty that we knew as OC, the big orange tabby, who was the escape artist, and it was really nice to hear him call in and say thank you. I was actually hoping that he would have called today, because it would have been kind of a nice way to hear from him on our Animal Friends segment.
Well, it is really, it's not just me who's lost a job. I know Animal Friends has lost this
connection
this
to
connection
the public,
and this outlet, and if I end up anywhere else,
I know
you're back.
I absolutely know that,
it's been a real good. You do talk radio, and you don't feel like you're really doing anything constructive. You're just blah 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 blah. And in this last half hour on Fridays, I felt sometimes like we were doing something constructive, because it really made me feel good, and I have just the most. I'm so impressed by you, and also all the other extraordinary people I've met at Animal Friends, and boy, your grit, your ability to deal with these animals that just break. I'm just a sop. They just break my heart. I can't.
Know.
Your heart's breaking, but keep moving. So and God bless you for it. And all the other
can't
folks.
Save all of them, but we save as many as we can. So.
Alrighty, we're here, Sarah McCain, for the last. Sarah, you're gonna be with me here till the bitter end.
It's just sad.
Sarah knows from radio, because her significant other is PJ Maloney, who I'm sure a lot of you know and recognize that name, and he's on KQV.
Yeah, and he's on the air right now.
He's
actually,
on the air now.
Yeah. He finishes up at noon, so Otherwise, he probably would be listening to the show right now, but he's broadcasting himself.
Well, you want to say hi to Andrew?
Sure, I'd love to say hi to Andrew.
Andrew, I am so sorry I missed you. Andrew, I'm sorry I missed you. He brought me the most beautiful little flower arrangement yesterday. The container was a shoe. And he said, if anyone deserves a Best Foot Forward award, you do.
Is it here?
No, it's not here. He brought it to my house.
Oh, okay.
And but you know what? Your cookies are in the other room. I see them. So
good. Okay.
Andrew, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thoroughly enjoyed the years. I put most of my sentiments in the card. I just wanted to call during this and also send my condolences to Tony.
Oh, I heard about that.
I can identify with him because I don't have any family here and very few friends. I consider consider myself part of your family. You're my big sister. And I want to thank you for introducing me to my best buddy, Aaron, the three-legged orange tabby.
Yeah. Well, Andrew has taken a lot of the real hard luck cases from Animal Friends. I think you have, what, 3 FIV positive?
3 FIV, yeah.
Yeah.
You're a good
and
man.
Right now, Barron has a little bit of a chronic sinus problem. He has some serious sneezing fits. I'm giving him antibiotics, but the vets at Sandy Creek, Spivak, said that it might be a type of that he just has something that he just has to deal with.
Yeah.
And keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
But all 3 of them are doing well. The names that you recognize are Bud, Highway, and Mojito.
Yeah.
And you call them what?
Baron, Anduin, and Arwen.
And that's from
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings, yeah.
Okay.
And I've just upgraded my fence, so there's no chance of them ever getting away.
Okay. Andrew, thanks
a million, Andrew.
Thank you for everything.
Love you.
Bye.
Ay. Here we got somebody with a question for you.
Sure.
Here's Brian in Greenfield. Hi, Brian.
Hi, Brian.
Hi. I had actually 2 questions. I forgot to mention. I wanted to ask the dog you brought in today. You mentioned that, he was attacked by the owner's roommate. I'm kind of curious, did the owner not want him back, or just not in a good situation for him?
You know, I honestly don't know. I don't know if there are legal issues with that, but I think that the owner did surrender him to us. I think he could not afford the treatment, and there was some pretty serious treatment. I think we're well into the thousands and thousands of dollars. So I think that might be the reason why he probably did surrender.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure that. Yeah, I had a cat going through some pancreatitis and some other complications a couple of years ago, and he didn't make it, but it's still expensive.
Oh, yeah, I hear you.
Actually, the question I have is around a friend's cat, and once in a while I run into some of my own cats. She has, where she lives, a situation where there's a patio door to the back that she owns, and to open onto some woods. And I guess what the problem is, it doesn't seem that the cat, that we can tell, is still peeing in that spot because she never finds it wet. But near where the door opens, she managed to pick this one spot on the rug, and it's well stained, and we're fighting the smell on it. But we're not convinced that she doesn't.
What's the question, Brian?
I guess what we know that there's no medical problem with the cat. She's been checked numerous times, and the litter box, even when it's in good shape, doesn't seem to be the issue. So I guess we're kind of a loss. What are we looking at here?
Well, is the cat seeing other outside cats? Is that what's going on? I mean,
we don't know. This happens when Susan's not home.
Yeah. I would try to limit access to that room. I think that would probably be the easiest thing to do, and see if the problem goes away at that point. And then you could possibly, try after the carpets are clean, letting him back in there. But if I would try that first, I would cut off access to that particular room.
Okay.
It's the easiest way to do it.
Okay, gotta run. I'm sorry. We're just out of time.
That's
here.
Okay.
Here's Gay. Gay, go ahead.
Hi, Gay.
Hi.
Hi.
I just wanted to thank you. About 2 years ago, well, it'll be 2 years next month, we adopted a dog that I had heard about on Lynn's show a couple of weeks.
Hi, sweetie.
And her name was Lucky Sandy.
I remember Lucky Sandy.
And I just wanted to say thanks so much.
Hi, sweet.
Even my husband, who was such a doubter, is just amazed. How did you know that she would be such a good match for our family?
That's great. This is just so gratifying to hear. I mean, we don't even know how many animals we've had placed through this show, because not only the animals that we bring every Friday, but also people will come in to see them and end up adopting somebody else.
Right.
Or they hear about it on the Lynn Cullen show. And this is just one of probably thousands of animals that have found a home, either directly or indirectly, through Lynn Cullen. So,
that's wonderful. Thank you, Gay, for calling.
Gay.
Well, thank you, and I can't wait to hear you again.
Thank you. Listen, that reminds me, everybody send me your email so I can let you know where I'm going to be. Cullen Show at Yahoo. CullenShow.com. Okay? Max, hi.
Well, good morning, and Ave atque vale. For just a short time. That means hail and farewell.
Okay.
I will miss you deeply. And to your guest, I want Aquinas, my cat, wants to say thank you so much for the pedicures.
That's awesome,
Max.
We now have a menagerie.
Yeah.
A brand new Shih Tzu, 2 cockatiels, and of course Thomas Aquinas the cat.
I love it. You're in good company, I can tell. I wish you good health, and thank you for everything, Max.
I love you. I'll miss you. Pine until you return to the airwaves.
All right. Well, I'm going to do my best to make that soon. Thank you.
God bless.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, gosh, Sarah, I don't know.
Well, see, this is just, in addition to all of the animals that have been placed through the show, I mean, Bruce Krause's office called me yesterday to ask me, what impact your show has had on animal friends. And, I said, we don't know how many volunteers we've gotten as a result. We just can't even calculate. I mean, I have had people come up to me all week this week and say, I started volunteering at Animal Friends because I heard about Animal Friends on the Lynn Cullen show. Our greeter on Tuesdays, she told me, and I never knew that this was how she got involved. She was scanning radio stations, and she heard Carol Finelli's voice, and she recognized Carol's voice and thought, I think I'll stay with this and see what's on. You came on, and she loved the show, and later that week she heard us on the show, and she became a volunteer, and now she's a weekly volunteer at Animal Friends. How many people like that are there out there? All of the people that have gotten their animals spayed and neutered through our low-cost spay-neuter program who heard about it on the show. People who know that we have 2 full-time humane police officers who have reported abuse and neglect incidents. Those are the types of things that you have helped to bring about.
Well, you have been such an amazing proponent of Animal Friends. You're amazing. And, my gosh, I mean, if they were paying you for what you do, you'd be, you'll be one rich lady, I'll tell you that. And meanwhile, we're sitting here, Sarah and I, and this dog, I'm in love with this dog.
If you could see the look, he's facing me, and he's just chilling underneath the desk here. He is so relaxed.
So good.
He's got his beautiful yellow and black bandana, or I guess it's black and gold, we should say, because it's the Steeler colors. His black and gold bandana, and he's just hanging out. He's having a great time.
If somebody is looking for a fantastic dog, this is Hobbs, and he needs a home. And Hobbs has been through hell and back again.